Hi guys, welcome back to Vfix Technology. Hope everyone is doing well. Today I brought one of the most awaiting video from my subscribers, two-factor authentication with an authenticator app like Google Auth, 2FAs or Authy. You can use any application for that. That increases the security of the application, technically often considered login with OTP with you say when we say OTP, it could be email OTP or maybe mobile phone. Both are good, but not as secure as this two-factor authentication application. That is considered one of the most secure way to uh, secure the infrastructure, because often we have seen you may have seen the cybersecurity news, these email and phone number OTP could be spoofed, so they are good, but not great. So this is a great thing. There are a lot of free application which could create this two-factor auth code, and we're going to use one of them, right? So let's go ahead and first check the demonstration, how it works. So this is a brand new setup of Laravel. I'm using the latest one, 12, or it could work on 10, 11, 12, or upcoming versions, same. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. I have installed Laravel UI. That's the first party package from Laravel. I'm going to log in. As soon as I log in, I have created this infrastructure. If you're on the top, you see that enable two-factor authentication. I'm going to click on that, and it creates a unique passcode, right? Even the QR code, you can inject two-factor authentication passcode to your app or maybe manually scan the QR code. Let me go ahead, open my application. I'm going to scan this. And as soon as I scan it, it gives me a 6-digit code. I'm going to put the code and click on enable. Now again, it'll ask over. Perfect. And it worked. As soon as you see on the top disable, that means it's already enabled. Now for this, you could use Google Authenticator free application on your cell phone, Android or iOS, maybe Authy. It works on all the devices, cell phones, and two-factor authentication, 2FAs. I've been using this one. I loved it. That's open source and free. You can use on Android or iOS both. So what these applications do, all of them, in every 30 seconds, they keep switching the password, something like this. You see a screen like this. As soon as you scan or manually inject the unique code, then it's gonna keep counting, and every 30 seconds, they're gonna keep changing the passcode, which is most secure way to secure the application, right? Now, if you see that, I'm gonna go ahead and log out. Let's try to log in again. Now it is been applied. Now, if I try to log in into my account, it's going to ask for a two-factor authentication, and it did not ask last time. Let me click on login, and it redirects me to this OTP code. Let me go ahead and check my cell phone, and the code is 756954. Even let me try to put a wrong password. Let's see what happens. If you put a wrong password, it would not work, right? Let me put the right password, and it does work. Did you see that? As soon I put the wrong password, error, put the right password, and this password OTPs keep shuffling in every 30 seconds. Now, if you wanted to disable that, I have created that infrastructure as well. You see on the top, there's an option disable. Again, in order to disable, I did not make it directly disable. Again, we need to put the OTP, which is ongoing OTP for 30 seconds. Look at the app. Let me put the OTP. Let me try the wrong OTP. Let's see what happens. It's going to shoot an error, right? It won't work. So let me put the right OTP, 585190. My bad, 585190. And it worked. You see that? Now I'm seeing enable. So this is the final output. I will teach you what all I have used. And I guess from now it'll take less than 10 minutes and you should have all the setup ready. Matter of fact, I'm going to get you the complete source code. I have written a blog how you can set it up. I'm going to add this link to the video so you all guys can follow the steps how it worked. So for this, I have used two different packages. One is the uh, package for this thing. What was the name? pragmarx. I'm not sure how do I pronounce that. Two-factor authentication. This is one of the popular package here, over 900 GitHub stars. Then a barcode scanner. This creates a QR code. Now, let's go ahead and create the project from scratch. I'm going to dump this project. Let me remove it. Close. Let me stop the server. I'm going to go ahead and delete this completely. Let's start from scratch. I'm going to open my CLI and let's open the blog. So first thing first, you're supposed to install the Laravel, right? Now, if you install through this one, it will automatically create a migration. We might re-migrate over. Let's do it like this way first. Let's go ahead, and the name of the application is two-factor authentication. Let it happen. I'm going to fast forward the video. Perfect. Laravel got installed. Technically, through that command, it makes a migration automatically. It uses in Laravel 12 SQLite, but that's fine. Let's go to the directory cd two-factor authentication. We are in the code. Let me open into the VS Code. Now we have the code in the VS Code. Let's go to the blog and let's see what is the next step. The next step is to, under user table, we can add this nullable field, Google 2FA secret, right? Supposed to be as it is. Do not make a change. Keep it same because we have mentioned this row name in different spots. So keep it as it is. Go to the migrate database migration and add in the user table like this. Save it. In the next step, we're going to go ahead and run the migration fresh because the first migration already ran. It might not figure out this time. It might say if I run PHP artisan migrate, that might not work. So we're going to do migrate fresh. So it will rerun the migration and the new job is done, right? Now we have to install the Laravel UI package, right? We want an authentication system. This is the first party package from Laravel. You go ahead and install the login, register, log out, forget password, all these pages and along with the functionality. Now let's run this command. We're gonna scaffolding through bootstrap. So PHP artisan UI bootstrap dash dash flag oath. And again, ask, do you want to make it happen? You say yes, it's done. Now I'll ask npm install and npm run dev. It'll take a few seconds. I'm going to fast forward the video. It ran it. Now I'm going to make it npm run build, make it happen. This will build the assets for the wheat. And the job is done. Perfect. Now we have Laravel installed and the authentication system has been installed. It should work fine. Now the real project starts. Install that package, which will make this thing, this package. If you make a Google search on that, you can figure out that's one of the popular GitHub repository. This guy created that long time back, have about 978 stars on GitHub. You can see the documents here too, right? So we're gonna go ahead and inject this package. So composer require blah, blah, copy this, install that. Perfect. That got installed. Now, in next step, we're gonna install the QR code. We want to show a QR code, so we're gonna have to install a package for that. Make it happen. Copy the command and let it happen. Perfect. That got installed too. Now, let's publish the configuration for this package for two-factor authentication. Copy the command and make it happen. It's done. Now, this has some default configuration. We might overwrite it because I did make slight changes accordingly. If you copy this file, you're going to go to configuration google2fa.php. Come to the code base. Let me increase the size a little bit. Hope it is visible now. So you're going to go to config and google2fa. So this is returning an array. It has some configuration settings. So you can wipe out everything and paste what I wrote. So from here, we are passing some details like session variable name, auth, that's the driver, and view the views in the auth and blah, blah. There are some more things you can read the code. So it's just passing the array. Now in the next step, we're going to go ahead and create the routes. So copy the full code. If you don't have a different application existing, you can directly copy from here and go to the route and paste. This is done. Let's come to the next step, 11. Here it is asking you to create a controller. Let's copy the name and app HTTP controllers and create this file. We're going to go to the app HTTP controllers, right click on controller and make this controller two-factor controller.php and copy this whole code and paste it. Let me explain a little bit. You should know what's going on behind the scene, right? So if you see that it has few function, the first function is setup that makes the setup. It finds the authenticated user and creates the QR code along with the configuration and make it happen. It adds a session, and within session we have the secret code and return the different page. In the enable or disable, there are two more features, enable and disable, and one more. In the enable, it takes the parameter and find the auth user and make the job and return if there is an error, otherwise success message. Keep in mind, guys, I did not show the success message. It's just a quick tutorial. You can add it accordingly. Now, if you want to disable it, there is a form which shows it's a get request, and disable, again, we are authenticating the OTP. We are checking the OTP. If it's all good, then we will disable that method, two-factor authentication. So 1, 2, 3, 4, only 4 methods. Let's come to the next point and create a view, right? So make sure go to the same spot because I have mentioned in the configuration auth two-factor authentication setup dot blade.php. So you're going to come to the resources, then the views, then the auth, and right click on the auth, new file, and paste exactly the same name. Copy the code. So this is for setup. It's going to show a QR code to create the setup. The next blade, there are 3 blades, is to verify. When you want to verify the code, so go to the same spot, resources, views, and auth. Under auth, create new file, verify, and copy this code and paste it. It's just a form which can verify that, right? And the final blade is disable blade, right? We want it to verify the OTP in the disable. So it requires on the same spot, resources, views, auth, and create the file name. Already I have mentioned everything. You can see that. Copy the code, make it happen. Simple code, just in a route and CSRF token and just the basic thing. You know what I mean? Check it out. If you see some situation, text me. I'm going to help you out. Then finally, we're going to create the middleware. The whole magic happens because of the middleware. It stops if user has that two-factor authentication enabled. So you can copy this entire code and go to the, if you're using Laravel 11 or above that, it is now in Bootstrap and app, and that's the middleware. Either we can replace this code or maybe replace the whole thing. The only added code is this one, middleware alias and the key and the value, right? Now, in the last step, we wanted to show in the menu, right? You want to enable or disable that, right? So go to the resources, views, layout, app blade. That's for Laravel UI, views, layout, app, and let me see. Yes, you can put it somewhere right here. Let me format the code. And as per my understanding, everything is done. That's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and run the server and let's check out if everything works fine. So guys, let me open a new tab, localhost 8000. This is something which I've been getting problem since I have installed this weed thing. It's not finding some file, even it's not finding app.css. But if you come to the Vite configuration, I'm gonna go ahead and fix this CSS and app.css. Then we might want it to npm run build. This is just for the home page, Laravel default page, right? So there is some situation with this package, Laravel UI, and this is broken CSS, right? So what I came up, it's just for the home page, which shows Laravel only, nothing else. Don't worry, guys. How I fixed it, I went to Tailwind CDN, I made a Google search and just copy this right here, just the CDN of Tailwind, and go to the welcome blade and remove the CSS and add it. And as per my understanding, it should fix. It's a quick fix. So we can debug that anytime. Some other time, maybe we can make a separate video on that as well. As of now, the job is done. So we have the Laravel setup. Laravel authentication has been installed. So we have the function of login, register, forget password, blah, blah, blah. Along with that, we have injected two more packages. One is for making two-factor authentication, second, creating a QR code. So go to the login, it shows login page, default structure, register page. Let's register a user, right? I'm going to put my name, a dummy email. Let's create a password. And boom, it worked. I am logged in. Now, if I log out and log in again, nothing should happen because I did not enable the Laravel, that two-factor authentication. Now I have added in the menu, if you see that, enable 2FA. If I click on it, it hits that get request and create an instant unique code. Now again, I'm going to have to open my application. Let me go ahead and click on new. I'll scan this QR code and it brings me a 6-digit code, 625382, enable. And as soon we enable, again, it redirects to the verify page. If the code changes, do not worry, it should work fine. It's already been applied. 62, now my code got changed. It keep changing in every 30 seconds. Let me put a new code, 103777. It's just to verify. And the job is done, guys. Now, if I try to log out and log in, now it's going to ask me to put the code each time until I disable that. Let's give a shot, right? Login, then arun@mail.com, my password, and perfect. See that it's working. Let me put the code and I'm in. You see that? Let's disable the code last time to make sure all functionality is working up and up. Disable code. I'm going to check my application. The new code has been generated, 191.885. Disable, and now I'm seeing the option to enable that. That means it's been disabled. Now, if I log out and try to log in again, now from now onwards, the code would not be asked because I have already disabled that. You see that? I'm in. So guys, just a quick note. I just wanted to let you know how this whole thing is working. It's happening. It's blocking and stopping because we are using a middleware called 2FA, right? So whatever page you wanted to hide, maybe your admin panel could have 10, 20, 50 different routes. So I did create, if you see that, I did create a route middleware, a group of the routes. And within this, if you add along with auth, if it has authentication, auth user only can access plus 2FA. So whatever route would have the 2FA authentication enabled, they are the only route could be accessed. So whatever routes you have inside the admin panel, add all of them within two-factor authentication middleware, right? You can either specify along with the specific route or make a group route for the ease. So this 2FA route is the magic, right? So guys, I would highly encourage you. I literally have to spend hours to make a research and make it short and sweet because I have seen videos literally 30 minutes, 45 minutes, people, they were teaching how you make it happen. I literally took a half day and made this research and came up with this idea to wrap up this thing in 10, 15 minutes. So you should have a better understanding. So if I give you any value, I would highly encourage you, kindly subscribe, allow notification. And if you have a question, feel free ask me. I will see you in the next one. The source code is in the description. Thank you. Cheers. Bye for now.